This is one of those times where it feels like work. Ride On 2 is directed by Tim Story and stars Ice Cube and Kevin Hart, reprising their roles from the first film, which came out 2 years ago. It was a commercial success, but not so much critically, and the sequel also stars Olivia Munn, Jeong, and Benjamin Bratt. So in this film, Ice Cube has to go to Miami to solve this case, and Kevin Hart decides, "Hey James, I'm gonna join you, so let's go to Miami together and solve some crimes!" Because at the end of the first film, Kevin Hart got engaged to Ice Cube's sister, and yeah, they're just in Miami solving something, and that's really it. People are wondering, did I see the first film? I did. I was not into it. I didn't see it in the theater, thank God. I would have wasted my money. I watched it on cable, and I despised it with passion, and I like Ice Cube and Kevin Hart a lot. Like, I like both of them very much. So I don't know why they had to do movies like this, and was I looking forward to the sequel? No. This was so unnecessary. No one asked for this movie. No one. No one asked for this. And yeah, we got it. So how was this movie? This movie was not only bad, it was garbage. This movie was worse than the first one, in my personal opinion. Although, I will say that this one was faster paced than the first one, because the first one felt super slow, in my opinion. Once again, the jokes were bland. They were dry, they were forced, it wasn't funny. The movie was extremely predictable. I saw everything coming in the entire movie. Even if you didn't see the trailer, you have to know exactly what's going to happen, because we've seen this movie so many times now. We've seen a movie like this too much, and we're not surprised by any of it. It's just annoying whenever you go see a comedy sequel, and yet it's so shitty because it's so predictable. Like, obviously, I knew this film wasn't going to be great, but I would have liked it if the film was just a little strong and a little watchable. It's not like the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's certainly not that good either. How are Ice Cube and Kevin Hart? Well, Ice Cube is playing Ice Cube. He's not bad in the movie. He's fine. And I want to say something about Kevin Hart. Like I said before, I really like him, and I love his stand-up. Every film now that he's in, he's just playing the same character. And it's not that I hate him in this movie. It's just I'm annoyed with the stuff that comes out of his mouth. It's just the dialogue from him is so bad, as is for Ice Cube and everyone else. But Kevin Hart, the stuff that comes out of his mouth, and just the loud screaming, that Wah! It's kind of annoying, and that scream impression was kind of terrible. So I'm sorry to anyone who was watching or listening to this review. Their chemistry is good, and that's probably the best thing about this movie. In my opinion, they had good chemistry. Decent chemistry, I should say. But the performances were just from them. How about the new cast? Olivia Munn. I love Olivia Munn so much. Not only is she beautiful, she's really talented, and she's really funny. Here she was really bad, and she was just here for sex appeal. That's just how I see it. I love Jeong. I know a lot of people got annoyed with him as Mr. Chow in the Hangover trilogy. I still like watching Jeong on screen, and here he was meh. He was okay. Benjamin Bratt, though, was pretty cool to watch on screen. I'm like, inside, I'm like, dude, why are you here? Why are you in this movie? Go do something cool. But for what he did in the movie, he did fine. He was probably the best performance of this entire film. I didn't laugh like at all. I chuckled, I think, twice, and that's it. Because everything I saw coming, I wasn't surprised by anything. I wasn't, like, shocked by anything. I knew where everything was going to go, and that's why I hate movies like Ride On 2. But overall, Ride On 2 was not that good of a film. This was my first 2016 film, and I was not blown away by this film at all. I wasn't really expecting much from it, but I wanted to be surprised, and yet I wasn't. Ride On 2 gets a D. Guys, tell me down below what you thought of this movie. If you saw it, what do you think of this one as well as the first one? Guys, thank you so much for watching this review, and I'll see you guys soon.